Hello.
Yeah, okay.
Hi, Shahan. Yair, can you hear us?
For some reason, the link doesn't work at all.
Let me check. Hi, Yair.
Yes, hey, can you hear me?
Hey, yes, we can. How are you?
Yeah, perfect. Nice hearing you. Yeah, so it's me here and also JD, which is under Meridian Marketing Machine, and also Dixon, which is our community manager. He's also called Jiggle Lens, I believe. So
Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Well, yeah, let's get started. So, welcome everyone to this exciting AMA with Meridian Finance. I'm thrilled to be hosting this today. So, we've got a packed agenda covering everything from today's market volatility to the unique features of Meridian Trade on Meter. But yeah, firstly, welcome Shohan and Yair.
yeah, thank you. Pleasure to be here. Very excited day to talk and have this chat, especially if that we are talking about trading platform. I think this is the one of the best days to talk about this type of platform.
Definitely, it's a bloodbath in the markets today. But yeah, firstly, would love an introduction from your side. Could you give us a brief intro on yourself and Meridian?
Yeah, definitely. So, as I mentioned before, so I'm Yair. I'm the business development manager of Meridian for the past year now. We just released our 1 year anniversary letter a few days ago. If you had a chance to take a peek. Before Meridian, I will consider myself quite a crypto OG. I think I made my first Bitcoin transaction on 2015, so quite some time since then. During these years, I was involved in many crypto startups, I would say, or crypto projects, and lately I'm also a consultant for some government agencies and around the world on the crypto niche, actually. So I can say I got an interesting closure on the crypto space from this narrative as well. So I was familiar as an investor, as a trader, and I got this perspective as well. And that's been said, now part of Meridian and building we believe a really powerful and robust platform.
Awesome, thanks a lot for that. Shohan, are you connected?
Yeah, sorry, my connection had some issues just now. I missed the beginning of the conversation.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, so I'm the co-founder of Meter. So we're a hot stuff 2 consensus-based EVM chain focusing on high performance, and also we have unique features like front running resistance and low, but also flat, meta stable flat coin used for gas token. And it's our pleasure to have both Meridian Land and Meridian Trade to deploy on Meter. Obviously, yeah, like you guys mentioned, there are a lot of volatility during the market in the market right now, and it's very interesting to have access to Meridian Trade, this type of platform that you can like do leverage the trade or like perp trading on the DEX environment with high performance and also like accurate price feed for your tradings, and not to worry about the basically spikes and things like that. It's funny, like yesterday, I was playing around with the with a like a AI framework released by Google Research. It's a time series prediction framework. I was trying to use it to predict the market in the next 30 days or like till the end of the year.
No,
And based on the
I
prediction,
can.
it actually based on its prediction, it actually is supposed to, at least the Nasdaq supposed to rebound from here. But while I was looking at that chart, suddenly like ETH start dropping like 20%. I was initially thought there was some issues with my screen, but it's just funny to have that combo where you have like AI completely wrong. So.
Yeah, actually, this market's bloodbath caught me by surprise. I woke up in the middle of the night because of a mosquito bite, actually, and just had a peek at my phone and saw dozens of notifications about prices eating their lows and turning on some notification, and then this is my night got shorter immediately.
Yeah, it's a crazy day. So Yair, could you give us a quick overview of today's market situation and how Meridian Trade fits into this landscape?
Yeah, definitely. First of all, I can say that I personally did not anticipate this type of move, specifically on a one-day time frame. I would say, although it was talks about a potential correction in the horizon, and specifically on other markets, like I guess you are following on the Japanese markets and causing the Nasdaq and other worldwide markets to crash and taking crypto with that. Yeah, and so on our end, on Meridian Trade, we can say that the shorters made a killing, especially in the last few days and in the last weeks, which also been quite rough. So shorters made a good raise, calling for I guess Ether and MTRG correction to the downside. And this time, I personally took longs on both assets, and so I took a long on MTRG and Ether, and I think I got liquidated on one of them. So kudos for the ones that took short, and they have the upper end this time, I guess. But yeah, I think that's the.
So on Meridian Trade, were there anyone like shorting at the time when the crash happened?
We had a few short position open for a few days actually, or there are ones that are open for 2 weeks or more. it's interesting to see that the most users took short actually. So I think like 80% of unique addresses interacting with Meridian took short on either or MTRG. I guess the general atmosphere was that the bears are more in control, and we felt that too. Yeah, so so we definitely saw it, and it affected the MLP proportion in the pool as well. But yeah, we'll see how it will play out in the next few days. It will be interesting to see if someone takes long or more longs eventually.
Yeah, so basically, the game for the leverage trade is there's a pool that basically the liquidity provider will be the counterparty for the traders, and over the long run, statistically, the liquidity provider should make money because their traders. I mean, overall, traders may be like losing money.
Yeah, it's
but,
like betting on the
in,
casino house, I guess.
Yeah, but if you're like have a good hand of the market and timing, you can make really good returns. I guess if you're like shorting yesterday, yeah, you got like several X returns maybe on your position, right?
Yeah, that's crazy. With Meridian Trade, you can take up to 50x leverage. So if you if you had the balls and the right timing to take this kind of position, so I guess you are either lucky or a professional, and you deserve the gains.
Yeah, no, I think it's a good time.
So right now, like, what's available on Meridian Trade for like meter users? What kind of things they can trade on?
Yes. So first of all, as related to what we discussed, so meter users can take both longs and short on Ether or MTRG. I think having the option to trade with leverage MTRG is a really powerful and unique feature that the meter network has, and we were happy to give this opportunity to users. For example, users can leverage their MTRG position by opening a long, for example, and even with a smaller leverage, like 1.5x and so on, and get the most of the price performance in the long run, as you just pay the opening fee and the closing fee. And you can see on Meridian documentation how these fees are calculated. But if you made a good call, so it will be definitely profitable. And so that's the first aspect, I would say, for Meridian Trade. We use a high frequency price feeds that should give a powerful experience for the traders, paired together with meter infrastructure, which is superb and robust. It makes a really good combo for Meridian Trade. For the trades that I took, it was flawlessly, and I think other traders feel that as well. I would say so.
So what kind of price feed are you using right now? Are you using PIS or you are using your own price feed?
So we are using PIS at the moment. Yeah.
So when the user like plays a trade, they have to submit like a price with from the PIS protocol as well, right?
Yeah. So it's all happens automatically on the backend, obviously. But yeah. Yeah, that's how it was. And yeah, and Pete's Oracle was perfectly for us also on Meridian Land as well. We used Pice, and I think we together had an AMA with them. I think a few months back with the Pete's team, and they are great to work with.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think Yair, can you talk to us a little bit about like trading volume and trading in general, so the users can get accustomed to Meridian trade?
Yeah. So first of all, besides even leverage trading, so this I guess the second aspect of Meridian. So you can take zero slippage swaps. So it depends on the available liquidity that we will get to the liquidity pool in a second. So you can swap between stable coins, Ether and MTRG without slippage. So I think this is another unique feature that users can capitalize on, because sometimes the markets are less liquid and you take a hit on the slippage. Obviously, for bigger trades and bigger market movements, so you will probably have to use a DEX, but this is a great workaround for, I guess, smaller trades or if you want to take control of your trades, so you can do it on Meridian trade as well. So these two types of, I guess, trading options are what makes a Meridian trade special and creates the total trading volume on Meridian. So we are seeing a lot of users using this feature as well. Besides just taking leverage positions, and currently at the moment there is I think 20 or 25,000 worth of available liquidity, or maybe now a bit less after the I guess after the crash. So it should give some enough headway for most users. Obviously, part of our vision for Meridian Train is to grow the liquidity pools back in this kind of trade, which is we call it the MLP token. So users can supply liquidity to this liquidity pool and earn the traders fees, and also earn in the long term, because traders usually lose in the long term. And also we are thankful for our collaboration with you guys, with Meta, and we together provide MST incentives that should really intrigue liquidity providers. I guess it was crucial in the last weeks, as we saw today, that the markets can be volatile and the MLP can take a hit. So this extra yield give peace of mind for liquidity providers at the moment on Meridian Trade. So I think.
So basically, the MLP providers earns from like basically probability, like trading loss from the traders. They also earn from the funding rate.
Exactly.
And also the rewards in MST.
Exactly.
From three sources.
Yeah, exactly. So these three sources what makes MLP price to rise in the long term. We use the GMX model for this liquidity pool, as we fork them. So you can definitely tell that this model works by checking, for example, the GLP token of GMX, which accrues value over time for its liquidity providers. So we believe it can have the same effect on Meta. And also, I believe it's a great way for users to enjoy the price performance of MTRG, because it has a high proportion in the liquidity pool, but reducing the volatility a bit, because it has also stable coins and Ether. So I think this is a great token to hold if you are a bit afraid of volatility, but still wants to participate in the MTRG game in the long term.
Actually, just out of curiosity, right now, like For those traders that were shorting before the crash, are they still shorting, or most of them closed the position already?
Yeah, actually, we can check it after. We have a console that we can track all positions. So I can.
What's the funding rate look like on Meridian right now for like shorts?
Yeah, so there is a sophisticated equation that this is calculated on, and we have this on the documentation. I'm not the math guy here.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
got it. I thought there's some display on there. You can tell immediately.
Yeah, it calculates for you the fee to open trade and close one, and we share how it's calculated in our documentation if someone interested, and I think we also included a bit of that on the Medium article that we shared, so worth looking into it.
Yes, and we mentioned for those supplying liquidity that they get yields. Do you have the exact numbers right now?
Yeah, so I think right now MLP holders earned about 80% APR, which is super lucrative.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yes, so it's super lucrative right now. Actually, it's also related that MST took less of a hit than some other assets in the pool. So so the relative yield is a bit bigger, and it should be a really good deal for anyone looking for a good yield at the moment. So we invite everyone to supply liquidity, and it doesn't take into account the potential. Actually, it's 90%. Just check.
So, what do they have to provide when they provide liquidity as an MLP?
Yeah, so they can decide to provide liquidity on each one of the supported assets. So it's including MTRG, Ether, USDC, and USDT. So it's really flexible into that matter. But eventually you get the MLP token, which is like index of all the four assets in the end of the day. But you can decide with which asset you want to buy MLP and supply liquidity.
Awesome stuff. Yair, could you talk to us a bit about the vision for Meridian Trade, or any of the products that Meridian provides?
Yeah, definitely. So first of all, as I mentioned, we aim to grow the overall liquidity, so we can then invite bigger traders to the platform. So we know we all know the terms whales and sharks, how you want to call them, that do big trades. So over time, we want to make sure we can host them and make them fully liquid doing the trades, all on the Meter network. And I think they will really enjoy this high performance and cheap gas fees to transact on. So that's the first thing. Another aspect we are working on to get traders and Meter user more hyped is a trading competition. So we are building a leaderboard that will that user will be able to track their performance in terms of both USD values and also percentage values. So these types of leaderboard tracking gives place for everyone. So even someone with less of a deep pockets, if they made a good profit in terms of percentage, so they can win the prize that we will allocate in the end of the day, and bigger traders can earn from the USD leaderboard. So I think this will make the community really hyped and we will see what will be the great time to launch it in the near future. So this is the two things we are working on right now, and definitely we always looking to improve the overall user experience, both for Meridian Trade and Meridian Lend, and also how they work together, which is the aim of Meridian. Give a super app of multiple financial solutions and products. So yeah, really excited for what's to come to Meridian on the meter ecosystem.
Likewise, we're super excited and full support from Meridian Trade. Shohan, could you tell us a bit? Yair mentioned the high performance, the architecture for Meter. Like, what makes Meter a DeFi hub so these type of dApps can thrive?
Yeah, I think basically for leverage trade related applications, like speed and like latency is one of the most important factor, because when you trade, you want to confirm that it's executed immediately instead of like waiting for it to confirm and make sure it's actually finally confirmed. So everything on Meter is instantly confirmed, that you don't have the need to wait for like multiple blocks or confirmations. And the speed of the blockchain is really fast. Right now it's around 1.6 seconds per block. And also transaction fees are low. You can trade as much as you want. And also we are we have integrated with real-time oracles like PIS. We can provide various like prices into the blockchain, not just crypto prices. In the future, for example, if Meridian Trade want to support like stocks or any other thing, equities, commodities, and so all the infrastructure is there. And yeah, I mean, overall, I think like our goal is to have applications, high performance applications like perp DEXs to run on Meter and take advantage of the performance and composability of EVM.
Awesome. Yair, do you have plans?
Looking forward to that close collaboration in the long run.
Does Meridian plan to expand to equities, commodities?
Yeah, so yeah, first of all, likewise, I fully agree with Shirajan perspective. Performance is a key for trading, for perp trading platforms, and yeah, about expanding to more type of assets. So I guess it depends on the assets that will come to the Meter ecosystem in the end of the day, as we have to integrate them in the liquidity pools as well. So you can really trade with the native asset and earn on the native asset. So we are always monitoring the market and see if there is other liquid enough assets to add to Meridian Trade. We haven't considered adding MTR at some point, but we will probably wait a bit until it gets more liquid. So then traders can trade MTR, which might be more interesting given because of it's been a flat coin, I guess. So that's a possibility for the future, and we are obviously open to integrate more assets and we'll be happy to work with you on this kind of advancement.
Yeah, Shohan, could you talk to us a bit about what a flat coin is, and apart from speed and latency, any other unique features on the Meter network that differentiates it as a DeFi hub?
Yeah, so Flatcoin is basically a crypto like acronym for like something that's stable, relatively stable in nature, but not necessarily directly pegged to US dollar. So our gas token MTR is created by proof of work with real cost, and it has a long-term economic equilibrium to make it trading within a range. So we use it to basically use as a payment for transaction fees and other payments in the network to make to basically complete Satoshi's original vision of a sound money independent of the fiat system. So other than the flat coin as gas, we also have a unique feature called front running resistant, meaning like if you're placing a trade on DEXs, I mean, in many other blockchains, you will see like bots trying to take advantage of your trade, try to trade in front of you and sandwich your trades so they can immediately profit from your trade, especially bigger size trade. So on Meter, we basically from the infrastructure level try to prevent these type of attacks or like value leakage to the bots or attackers. So when you trade on Meter, like basically we do not rank transactions by the amount of gas you paid, but rather we rank by the time the network receive your transactions. So you can have a peace of mind that you can trade safely without being taken advantage by other like bots. I think that's very important for trading type of applications.
Yep, 100%. One thing that I think we forgot to mention that kudos for you for launching the points program on Meter and other ecosystems as well. And I think it's time to also mention that TVL on Meridian dApps are also included.
Yeah, actually, that's actually the fourth potential.
Yeah, that's exactly. So
we currently have a MTRG point system. It's actually through collaboration with Sumer. So if you go to points.sumer.money and register over there, so you will see other than the Sumer points, there's also like Meter points on their dashboard. And basically the Meter points taking into account all the important TVLs on the Meter network, including Meridian Land and Meridian Trade. Basically, if you're providing liquidity for the MLP on Meridian Trade, your deposit will count it towards Meter points, which will translate to future Meter airdrops as well. So that's give you an additional APY on top of the current 80 or 90% APY from like various sources.
yeah, that's a really great program, to be honest. I really like the graphics on the Sumer platform. Yeah, it's really sleek, really sleek program, and we are happy to be and fortunate to be included. And yeah, it's time to collect some points.
Yes, we tried to make it playful. Actually, Shauhan, maybe it's a good time to introduce what Sumer is and a little backstory on the name and the characters.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so so basically, like we started Sumer, like thinking, future will be like a multi-chain world, and like one of the issues people are running into when they go into like new chains is like they have to pretty much give up their DeFi yield on the existing chains. So there's the opportunity cost when the user exploring new chains or new ecosystems. So Sumer try to avoid address that problem. So basically, when you deposit into Sumer, you can deposit yield-bearing assets, and those assets can be used for lending and borrowing on your native chain. And in the meantime, you can use it as and the risk engine actually factors into like correlations among assets. For example, more correlated asset, you will get like higher LTV, and less correlated asset, you will get lower LTV. All this is done automatically, and you don't have to like worry about like different pools and those complications. And when you use them in the Sumer, you can also create synthetic stable coins and synthetic ETH, which allow you to travel to different, like a traveler's check or credit card. You can use it on different new ecosystems and look for yield opportunities. Yeah, so that's one of the functionalities we want to enable like a multi-chain world. And in the future, we may have a new framework that basically compatible with Cosmos SDK, but designed for better performance and more flexibility and EVM support. Currently, yeah, discussing with the key persons in the Cosmos team.
Yeah, just
So this can be
read your tweet a few hours ago about your discussion with them.
So yeah, so basically this is I mean, we're thinking about have something that focus on the synthetic asset trading related things. So yeah, that's the project Sumer about. And right now there's a point system run by Sumer, and also Meter have a program tagging along with the Sumer Points program. So encourage everyone to explore. I know the market condition is bad and may keep on being bad for a few months, but eventually, I think the market will return, and yeah, we'll see how long it will take. But yeah, I think the hope is there, and it's 100% going to come back. It's just a matter of time, I would say.
Yeah, Yair, what do you think about the market outlook?
Yeah, I will say the phrase that that CZ coined back then. So if you cannot hodl, you won't be rich. So I guess it's basically true for times like this. It's good to shake out.
Yeah, actually, yeah. If you look at the like, I mean, I'm looking more like on the equity because there's more like value you can like compares. So if you look at the PE ratios for S&P 500, it's still in the high range, over value range.
Yeah.
But if you look at forward PE ratio, we're actually already at the reasonable like valuation range. So yeah, it may depends on the market mentality. It may drag for like some time, but I think yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I
you
mean,
won't lose much if you're like a long-term investor. I would say in the next 6 to 9 months. Yeah.
yeah, I mean they can always turn on back the printer, and I mean print more money. And it feels like this what might be the case, and they might be forced to lower the interest in the US eventually.
Yeah. Right now, I think the market is predicting like around 90% probability of like a half point interest rate cut in September.
Yeah,
We'll see how it goes.
yeah, they're saying at least 0.5%. So there are some good percentages that are betting on more than 0.5%. And there are some bets on 1% decrease, but that's on the higher end, I guess. I also think that this kind of market movements are good to shake out some. I guess in crypto we call them the paper hands, but I mean, I was hearing a lot of stories and from some guys and traders that praised that made 177% when the market was closed, and all this kind of stories that need to be shaken out a little bit, and all these bravery stories, and that everyone just making money and they can get everyone into. So I guess it's interesting. It's good to give the true holders their value in the long term and shake out some ends.
Yeah, and they can use Meridian Trade as a leveraging
Yeah,
whichever way they want to.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So yeah, we spoke about trade a lot. Now let's talk about lend, because you have Meridian Lend. I also want to touch on the decentralized stablecoin Meridian Mint. USDM staking, I believe, is 44% right now. Yeah, could you tell us a bit more about the lend and stablecoin?
Yes. So currently on Meter we have Meridian Lend and Meridian Trade. Our stablecoin are still not on the Meter network at the moment. But in regards to Meridian Lend, so yeah, we have been around for quite some time. Meridian Trade connects the lenders and the borrowers in the end of the day, or you can be both sides. I guess so. You can provide a collateral in the form of Ether, stablecoins, MTRG, or staked MTRG, and borrow other assets against it, and the interest are decided based on the supply and demand, as we use the Aave V2 model for it. So if you hold almost any kind of assets on the Meter network, and you want to leverage your position, or you want to hold it and purchase some other stuff with it at the moment, so you're welcome to Meridian Lend. Actually, I manage most of my portfolio on lending protocols like Meridian Lend. I have my core collateral asset, and then I just borrow other assets. Depends on the market conditions. For example, last night I took stablecoins debt and bought some Ether and other assets that I like.
Oh, okay.
And because I anticipate they will go up eventually, so then I will be able to repay my debt and keep the rest. So I'm doing that a lot, and it was really successful strategy for me for years now. This is how I managed to build wealth in the long run in crypto, and I believe Meridian Trade is the best place to do it. It's super easy to understand. It's sleek and
Yeah, I remember like yesterday during the hours that market was crashing during those few minutes. I mean, the gas price on ETH went from the usual like 8-9 GWh, suddenly went to like 120 GWh. So yeah, it's become like very expensive and hard to trade during those like volatility hours. So
yeah.
I think that's one of the things you should take advantage of the other like blockchains for, especially for lending, borrowing related applications. Because I mean, like you may not be like a frequent trader, but at least at that time you don't have to pay a fortune to basically to like change your position or like lower your leverage or take any loans, things like that.
Yeah, definitely. I also use in times like this to repay some debt, so I can repay the debt much cheaper. So
Yeah, you can buy things cheaper and
yeah,
repay your debt.
exactly.
To take advantage of the market.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, also another advantage I think for this strategy is that sometimes it takes time for you to get liquidity on the spot to buy, specifically on volatile times like we had today. So you can miss 10 or 15% move until you move your liquidity.
Yeah.
So
I think at that time it's good to trade on Meridian Trade, right? So
yeah, so
even for example, there's no like big USD to ETH liquidity on Meter. You can trade on Meridian Trade to still like take a position on either shorting or longing ETH and
yeah,
get returns from that
yeah.
without worrying about the liquidity.
Yeah, definitely well said. Yeah, and this will this is for sure work for I guess the blue chips assets and so if you're trading Ether or MTRG, so that's a great strategy. If you are looking to whatever to purchase some other, I guess, lower cap coins or tokens, so Meridian Lend can come handy as well. So you can borrow stable coins and start playing, I would say.
Yeah, you can actually either like leverage long or even short through lending protocols.
Yeah, that's a use case that not many are utilizing to the most, and I think it's worth experiencing for every crypto degen or every crypto investor. It really makes the difference on building wealth in crypto.
Absolutely. Awesome stuff. I will open the floor up to questions shortly. Yair, do you have any questions for Shaha?
No, I think everything is clear on my end. We are talking sometimes on regular and daily basis. We have we are actually talking with all of you pretty closely, and we're grateful for the collaboration we are having together. So thank you for that on this stage, and we are looking forward to the future and optimistic for the future.
Likewise. What are some of the key links? We mentioned some strategies. If people want to ask questions, to you or want to learn more about Meridian, where should they go?
Yeah, so first of all, we are super active on our Telegram group. So just tag me, and I am pretty much most of the day active to answer any questions, and we'll be happy to. If you want to read deeper on your free time, so you can head up to Meridian documentation, and we have a pretty detailed documentation hub to learn about this kind of stuff. And the third one that we can direct you is to our Medium account. We have good articles written there with some strategies, and can definitely drop it in the comment section after the AMA. If you guys interested, I give some a quick alpha regarding this. We are working on the Meridian Academy. So users will be able to learn about any of Meridian products and get rewarded and get recognition for completing this course and completing this test. So we aim to release one course for Meridian Trade as well. We are currently finishing things up with Meridian Mint, and probably after this land, and then to trade as well. So Meter users and Meridian users can get the deeper understanding of how things work and how they can leverage themselves using Meridian products.
Actually, I mean, are you using any platforms for that type of reward-based learning program?
Yeah, so we are using Interact, if you are familiar with. at the moment, so they allow to create educational slides before each question, and so we are taking we are leveraging this platform for this, and it looks pretty slick.
Okay, we'll look into that as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I can share you the draft that we created for Mint if you're interested to see how it looks like. Yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
Awesome stuff. So yeah, the floor is now open for questions. While we wait for anything to come through, Shohan, how do you see Meridian Trade playing a key role as a trader's hub on Meter?
Yeah, I think it's a very important aspect for Meter blockchain. Like I mentioned, because the providing liquidity is very expensive on regular DEXs, but with the model Meridian Trade uses, we have like more variety of trading opportunities for the user without like providing like liquidity for all kinds of different things. And even for things that we do not have liquidity on DEXs, Meridian Trade can provide still provide that opportunity for users on Meter to trade with, let's say, ETH, for example. I think that's a very important addition to the blockchain, and yeah, it's a very useful tool for the users.
Awesome stuff.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. We see the same.
Yeah, it looks like we may not have a question right now. So with that, it looks like we're almost at the hour mark and coming to the end of the AMA. So I want to extend a huge thank you to Xiaohan and Yair for their time and insights today. Your expertise and vision for Meridian and the Meter ecosystem have been great. And to our audience, thank you for joining. We hope you've had valuable insights into Meridian Trade, its role in the Meter ecosystem, and the opportunities it presents for traders and liquidity providers. And yeah, we'll share all the links to the socials afterwards. But yeah, Yair, Xiaohan, thanks a lot for joining.
Yeah, thanks a lot, everyone, for joining the AMA. Yeah, and thank you, Yari, for sharing with us the all the insights. And yeah, let's just do more trades on Meridian Trade.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you very much for hosting us, and it was a true pleasure. And let's do it more.
Thank you.
Absolutely, more trades, more points. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, well said. Thank you. Have a good one. Cheers.
Bye.